Hello everybody, my name is Marlo and welcome back to the that was nice and close, to the Ripple Effect SMP server. I'm over here at my Blaze farm where we finished off last episode and I said we were going to do some work on it this episode, which we are. I'm not really sure how I want to do things. I was kind of tempted to play around with the killing system and try and get them to somehow transport up to where I will have to AFK so that I don't have to come up and down the ladder every single time, and you know, they can be somehow transported to right in front of me, but I don't know how. I tried with minecarts because that's the first thing that came to mind, but then that was just a complete fail. I say this, I tried in a test creative world. I might be able to with pistons, but that's just a bit too fiddly for me, and I'm afraid it might not work because of server issues and stuff. So I think I might just leave it for now. I'm not worried about putting all the effort into something like that when it's not like a crazy super duper farm that will give me 50,000 blazes a second, because it doesn't. So yeah, but I think the first thing I do want to do is actually do my nether tunnel. As you can see, I've dug it all out here. It actually goes all the way down there and then to the right. You probably can't see any of this, I'm just realizing, because YouTube hates the nether. But I will show you what I'm going to do with... I'll put this in my offhand so you can actually see a little better. With what I'm hoping to do with the design. It's nothing crazy. This isn't going to be exactly where it all goes. I'm just going to give a rough idea. Yeah, it is really helpful doing your nether tunnels like this. Like I've, what would you call this? It's almost like the shell to the actual tunnel, just so when it actually comes to building it like this, you're not, you know, having to worry about getting blown up by anything, or yeah, it's a lot less stress. Admittedly, placing all of this down to begin with is stressful because, like, if I was to break any of these blocks, I'm pretty sure I'm floating above a giant pool of lava. That was not fun to begin with. I used up many, what are they called? Fire resistant potions. Yeah, I don't like the leather. Yeah, I don't like leather. No, I don't like lava or the nether. So yeah, not really my favorite thing to do in the world. But anyway, I did it, and that's all that matters. I got a clean shell. Yeah, a shell, I guess that's what you call it. I don't know. So yeah, just place all my blocks down carefreely. So, this is kind of what I'm thinking I'm going to do with the design. Let me just do this. I am going to be having some glowstone somewhere, but I don't have any on me right now, so if I just like leave that block, and we'll place a torch up there to use as an example for glowstone. So yeah, this is what it's going to be like, obviously on this side too, but it's nothing too, you know, crazy, but it's got a little bit of depth to it with the magma behind the fence. Yeah, fence. And I'm also going to put some ice beneath here, just so if you don't want to take a rail, you can just sprint. But as you may be able to tell, there's a ginormous hole down here. I'm fairly certain, at least through my thorough testing, that if you land on a rail while you're in a minecart, like take off from a rail and land onto another rail, you don't take any damage. I have tested this like a million times. I haven't tested it in here yet, and I will just before I build the entire tunnel, just in case. But I'm fairly certain you don't take any fall damage. So I'm thinking I'm just going to have a massive drop. And then I'm going to have to do like, because obviously I won't be able to come back up the drop unless I can just fly. I'll have to do like a separate tunnel, and then it will like jump over the drop and back onto the rail. I don't really know. I'll have to figure something out. If that doesn't work, like the crazy stunt, I'll just make it join back up with the rail somewhere along there. But yeah, I was gonna just do like a, you know, hook it around, but if I go back this way a little bit more, I bump into, I think it's Carlock's tunnel. So obviously I didn't want to just steamroll through there. Yeah, so I'm going to try to do this vertically down and see how it goes. But this is a really long tunnel, so I'm going to be working for quite a while. I'm not going to time-lapse it, just because last time I've already done one anyway. Last time I did that, it was a pain in the butt to try and do. It didn't go well, and I don't know why it didn't go well, I just didn't. So yeah, not going to do that this time, but I'll give you a nice long progress update of, yeah, it's going to look something like this, except not. Anyway, I'll be back with you in just 1 second. That 1 second turned into about 2 days. Yeah, it's 2 days later and the tunnel is virtually done. So let's ride it. I've got a little sign up here saying take minecart for the best experience, because it is the best experience, and that will make sense because of, you know, the drop and everything. And I haven't got a way down for people who want to walk yet. I think I'll just put a ladder in somewhere. It'll make sense when we get there. Yeah, this tunnel is a lot longer than I thought it was. So I've been doing a lot of resource gathering and nether wart farming for the red nether brick, and yeah, it's been a bigger project than I originally anticipated. But I'm happy with how it looks and how everything works. And to be honest, this is the first time I'm riding the rail once it's been fully done. So this should be quite interesting to see how everything works. Let's go in F5. Actually, not yet. I've put a sign up somewhere which should probably come into... Oh, that looks cool. Which should come into render distance any second now. Maybe soon. Hello, sign. I did put a sign there, right? Yeah, there it is. It basically says, mind the step, with a little smiley face, and they're like, what step? And, yeah, and then we do this. This terrifies me. I hate it. But we carefully land on the bottom and continue our way. And then I've got a little sign saying, please take minecart with you and leave in the chest at the start. So just hop out, take the minecart with you, obviously. Yeah, so if you were to walk, I've got this ladder here at the moment just for ease if I need to get up and down, but I'll make a hidden ladder somewhere with something. I don't know what I'll do with that, but I don't have to worry about it just at the moment. It's not completely done. And then out here you can see I've made a little circle round. This is going to be kind of the shape of the room. So obviously I don't know, there might be a gas on this corner. I have my mob sounds turned down because they're really loud and annoying. No, okay. I'll get that in just a second. So yeah, we got the from rail here. We'll have something over in this corner here, and then up here, like just there is somewhere where we have to. Oh yeah, that's our AFK spot. So this corner will be. I say corner. It's a circle. Be our AFK. We'll do something over here. I'm not really too sure what I'm gonna do down here. This is what I'm gonna do off camera now, though, because honestly, I have zero idea. The only thing... Gassed? No. Yes. You're probably far enough away where you're not gonna... That was a really lucky shot. I do want to put glass on the floor, I think, at some parts, because obviously all of this is lava, and I think it would look really cool. But that's going to be like a big jump cut, because I have no ideas on camera. No ideas in my head right now, so no point in doing it on camera. Anyway, this is the other thing I've done. So we got the return minecart tunnel here, and obviously when they pick up the minecart from this place, this is where they'll take it back. I haven't figured out the start, like the entrance way, but let's take it anyway. This is quite cool. The further you go up, the the slower you get. And I think it's going to be okay. I can obviously just put some more powered rails down if it does become an issue, but I do quite that. It's sort of like, I don't know, it gives me that roller coaster feel. Anyway, here we go with the jump. Oh, okay. I was worried then. I've made that every single time I've tested it, but I was worried that time for some reason. Yeah. Anyway, so that's all of the work I've done so far. I guess let me just spend like another 2 days working on the main bit. Oh, for a simple blaze farm that doesn't really run very well, I'm putting way too much time into this, honestly. It is done. Complete. Finito. I'm out of words. That's all I got. This is it, guys. I'm really happy with how it's turned out because I've actually spent like way too long on this entire build, and I just love these little guys. I had to bury them in the ground a bit because otherwise they didn't fit entirely. Like they are touching the ceiling. It was close, but they fit, and I think they make a very wonderful difference in here. It was kind of boring before these guys got added in. But yeah, it's all done. I've got like a little storage room here. Just I don't know if there's a crafting bench in one of them because I didn't know where else to put it. And then the chest. And the lava on the floor is wonderful for the lighting. It was so dark in here for the longest time, and I actually, while I was like, when I first started building this blaze farm, already put a bunch of blocks in the lava, so I had to like swim around in the lava, filling it all back in again, and it was a lot of effort, but I think it was worth it, and it looks super cool, and obviously the carpet to stop spawning and stuff. And yeah, so over there's the return track, the track you come from, storage if needed, and I've just got like a maintenance door over there because that's how I get back up to the fortress if I ever need to, which hopefully I won't. Hopefully it doesn't break on me. And then to get to the AFK spot, I've just got the slime launcher here that I have in my base, so press it and then you fly up here, and I've got a little note saying make sure you kill the blaze, otherwise they won't drop their blaze rods. Yeah, and then obviously back down just fall. You're gonna have to take some damage. Well, you don't have to. It's a slime block. It's not necessary. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it all looks. There is one thing I do want to do really quickly, and that is just sort of AFK for a bit, several times, and try and figure out like what the max amount of entities is I can fit in here. You know, like how long it takes, and then I can leave a sign for all of the other guys on the server to like, so they know how long they can go AFK for, basically. So I'm gonna spend the next hour or so doing that, and then yeah, collect some results. Okay, so I've been here AFKing for about 15-20 minutes, not long at all. It's okay rates, it's not too bad. I have found out a couple of things though, which I will go up and show you in a second. Let's actually, there we go, we'll go up now. Press the button, always love doing this. Wing. Okay, so it takes around 6 minutes until they start, you know, cramming together in the corners and dying. Sometimes a bit less, sometimes a bit more, but from the 3 or so times I've stood up here and killed them all, stood up here, killed them all, it's been around 6 minutes. And also, obviously I got this sign still, and don't get too close to them because they'll be able to see you if you get like right up against the block. And then they'll get annoyed at you and start firing, and that's just bad. And then the ones in the actual farm, you know, pathfinding their way down, then get caught because they're aggro and trying to kill you. So yeah, it's a whole thing. So don't get too close. And I've turned my particles off because my computer is a potato, and it does not do well with all of the. I'll try and show you. Hang on. Yeah, all of this. It hurts your frames when there's like 40, 50 in here. Yeah, anyway, we still got some time left in this episode, so I'm gonna try think of something to do. I don't know. I'm just gonna take my fun. Actually, I might stay here for a little bit. I'm gonna stay here for a little bit, get some blaze rods because I need them for my super smelter that we built a couple of episodes ago. Anyway, I'm rambling now. I will see you back at the base. Alright guys, I know what I'm going to do for the rest of this episode. I don't want to do it, but I feel like I have to. We're going to go to the end, and I'm going to try my best to get an elytra. I'm going to talk to McGowan a bit and try and borrow one of him because, yeah, doing it without an elytra is like certain death, and I've still got 0 deaths, and I'd like to keep that as long as I can. While I was building that blaze farm, the amount of times like I would have died if I had a fell while building the tunnel or anything. So I think it's time that I seriously need to get some wings on my back because, yeah, this isn't working out. I need to fly. I need some flight in my life. That was easier than I expected. I hugely over-prepared. I had like chocolate boxes full of rockets, and yeah, I was prepared for the worst, and I found it in like 1,000 blocks. But anyway, we're over here at Magoo's base, and I just left him a little thank you to show some gratitude. I've given him his wings back, obviously. Wrote a little note if you want to see what it says in there. Go watch Magoo's video whenever it'll be out. God knows when. And I've given him a free outfit of your choice coupon to use at my shop. That will be opening in whenever it opens. Yeah, I wanted to give him something that he didn't have, like shulker boxes of chests and double chests and millions of, yeah, so I gave him that. I'd be surprised if he has, he probably has like a shulker box full of them, to be honest, somehow. I don't know how he would, but yeah. So that's what I've given him. But that's going to be it for this episode. Look at me, I got my wings. I was about to like take off then, but yeah, I would have smacked my head against the wall. I think my first death on this server is going to be soon because I am so bad at this elytra stuff. Like, the amount of walls I've flown into already, it's not even funny. My first death may be soon. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it very much, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.